Well, it is already Valentine's Day. It's crazy to believe we're already in that season. Of course, we're joined once again by Claire for our Power Women segment this week. So Claire, let's start with, Valentine's Day. What advice do you have for people if they're looking for, the phrase is ring or fling?
Right. And when I wrote the book, Ring or Fling, I did a ton of research, and it really started my curiosity of how are we investing into our relationships, and then how do we show each other love? And the average person spends $150 to $200 on their significant other every Valentine's Day.
Wow.
I know, right? And so then if you go even a further level, that we spend as Americans an average of $38,000 on the average American wedding every year. And so, but then on the other side of that, how are we investing as far as relationship coaching or relationship therapy or premarital counseling, or however you want to frame that? Well, and we really don't, is the thing about it. So then what does that show us? Well, are we really only valuing and investing in candy, flowers, and a big party? Or are we really truly valuing our partner, investing in them and our relationship? That's what it says.
That's a good way to kind of reframe it. And while we're speaking of reframing, and the other side of Valentine's is for all of those out there who are single, who are going into this alone. That can be difficult, but how can they tackle this?
Right, and it's only as difficult as you choose for it to be, frankly, and it can be a really, really lonely space for those who are in the singlehood, and being alone sometimes is one of our greatest fears, and a poll, again, studies that I've researched, it says that 40% of those in the singlehood, their greatest fear in life is that they will never find a long-term partner, which is fascinating to me, that being alone is such a fear of ours. And the only way that we fall out of this lonely is to really fall back in love with ourselves. And then how do we do that so much? And how do we appreciate ourselves, love ourselves, and really focus on what we enjoy and what we love to do the most? And then coming to learn that, and that time is really where we discover our joy and our own value, and where we shine the brightest, and it's really the most valuable time. So maybe we should really be celebrating singlehood and that time rather than a time of partnership and Valentine's, since it's really only a celebration that's of monetary value.
Exactly, and also Valentine's Day, we think of it as sort of like a romantic holiday, but if it's a celebration of love, I'm sure there's other kind of forms of love that you should be celebrating as well.
Right, I share many days on here about my children and modeling how much I love and adore them, and I think many of us suffer from self-love because sometimes people's childhoods did not provide that for them. They don't know how to do that for themselves as adults. So giving that to our children and modeling it for them is so key. But then I don't send out the greeting cards that we all celebrate during December and January, the holiday cards. I send out Valentine's. I love to send out a little love to all my relationships, especially even in business. And so, because I love them. I don't like to go to a funeral and not know that I didn't share a little love with that person. And so investing in that and showing that this holiday does not define our emotions. We choose to define that, and how we invest in each other and our relationships shouldn't be defined by one holiday, and our money really should reflect it.
There you go. And I love that idea of sharing the love throughout the year. That's such great advice.
Thanks.
All right, Claire, thanks for coming on today.
Always.